I don't think I've covered. Tim. Tim used to actually contribute some content to Undercovered Magazine. So like we've actually had somewhat of a volunteer working relationship since 2017. Right? He was like one of the first contributors. His one of the original contributors to my magazine, my blog. It's basically a blog, right? He's always been super cool about like supporting grassroots and stuff. So every once in a while, I check out his content, see what he's up to. This is a really interesting story. Okay, so I guess the video is like 13 minutes long. Uh, this kind of sucks, Tim. I mean, I'm right there on board with you. Okay, let's go.
So, Tim, CNN's Don Lemon said some things about women over 40 being past their prime. This put Don in a pot of hot water. What are your thoughts about Don and his comments about women?
So, everyone knows Nikki Haley is running for president. Nikki Haley said that if you're over 75 years old, you should have to take a cognitive abilities test. We got to make sure the engine to turn over.
Quite frankly, I think all of them should, don't you, Tim? I mean, I get when you're like, hey, yeah, at 75, they might have dementia or something, but like, some of these motherfuckers are fucking crazy, and they should all have to take the test.
That the brakes aren't shot, that the boats aren't stripped, that your brain still works. Most Americans agree. If you're 3/4 of a century old, maybe they should check you out.
Yeah, maybe.
But they can't admit this because Joe Biden is now 102. And when you're 102, you can't admit that being 75 is old, because that...
Well, he's not 102, but yeah, I get your exaggeration. Like, we have all kinds of old motherfuckers trying to run for office. I mean, Feinstein is a better, like, comparison here of all the fucking shit that I'm gonna retire at the end of this term. No, I don't know. Why did my staff put that statement out?
I mean, you're dead. And that's when the word went out that all the Democrats must defend Joe Biden against the attacks of Nikki Haley. And that's when Don accidentally offended all old white women on his show.
She said 75 and up, so that would include Trump.
Yeah.
Elder statesman here.
This whole talk about age makes me uncomfortable. I think
that's so weird too, because this is Don Lemon, right? Like, so he's a CNN commentator, and he's all of a sudden uncomfortable with the age discussion because they just said that Trump would fall on. Like, what are you doing, Don? Are you now defending Trump at this point and saying that he doesn't need to have a cognitive ability test? Like, honestly, it shouldn't just be cognitive ability. It should be like a mental acuity. Okay. All right. Okay, Don, let's see how you dig your hole deeper.
I think it's the wrong road to go down. She says people, politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait.
That's not according to me.
Prime for what?
It depends. I mean, it's just like prime. If you look it up, it'll say, if you Google when is a woman in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Nikki Haley's 51 or something.
Oh my God, even.
Like, Don Lemon kind of stepped all into it because it looks horrible when you got a gay guy telling women they're not in their prime. No woman has ever been in her prime for Don Lemon because Don Lemon...
By the way, I didn't know this guy. But I know that he has bad takes. I know he has bad takes. And I know that there are a lot of gay personalities who are very misogynistic because not everybody, not all men, right? Hashtag not all men. But there are a lot of gay personalities who are fairly misogynistic because women don't really matter to them, right? In their world, women don't really matter to them. And so they can put us down quite a bit because it doesn't make a difference to them. Like, we're not a sexual interest to them. We have no value in the workplace. we are apparently beyond our prime after our 40s, right? I'm 48, so I'm turning 49 this year. I guess I'm going to be done, right, Don Lemon? I'm going to be fucking done.
Doesn't like women. Like, no one can say this.
Oh my God. Yeah.
No one can say it. Not even his critics can say it right now. I'll say it. Because I'm still black and I say what I feel. I say what's true. They won't even say it. How can a gay man set his mouth to say what's attractive about women and not attractive, or when women are over the hill or whatever? How would you know, Don?
Well, what does that even matter? Okay, hold
Listen.
up. Why does that even matter? Like, when we're talking about the ability to perform a leadership role, what is your attractive level? Like, how does this even fucking matter? Why does this matter? What do you mean you're like, okay, I'm sorry, you're not attractive anymore, therefore you can't lead? You can't be in a leadership role? Shut the fuck up, Don Lemon. Holy fuck.
Very doable women that are over 50, Don.
Oh my God, even.
But so Don is arrogant, and he's into another world now. His head is so big, he can't even walk in the room. You got to cut the ceiling out. There can't be a roof on the car. Cut the roof off the convertible, out the car. You know, his head's that big. You got to go outside to have thoughts. He's that arrogant now. He can't even just shut up.
No, you can't.
But I'm telling you, the reason why I said it was, you want to say that Joe Biden is past it? You're past it, Nikki. You're older. You know, that's what he was trying to say. But it got women don't want to hear this.
51 is not fucking old. Come on now. 51 is not fucking old. When you consider that most human beings live well into their 80s and sometimes their 90s and beyond, 51 is not fucking old, you guys. In fact, like, the 51-year-olds of today look a hell of a lot younger than they did even just like 30 years ago, because like they're taking better care of their skin. Like, come on, you guys. Oh my God. Like, there are people in their 60s that look fucking fantastic. I mean, like, this, first of all, it doesn't even matter, like, when you're considering whether or not somebody is capable of leadership, it doesn't fucking matter. Oh my God.
This is like the third rail for women. Telling women that their parts don't work.
Right.
That they don't have it anymore. Women don't like this. They say that about men all the time. All the time.
Wait a minute, I thought this is an advantage when we finally get through menopause. You're like, cool, I can't get you pregnant anymore. Come on now. I'm literally going through the testing for this right now to see if I'm like starting to lose my estrogen levels. It's like, that's a huge advantage for us. Because now we don't have to deal with with all the man legislation trying to tell us that we can't have reproductive health care. Oh my God.
Running joke. You can say whatever you want to say about men, Don. The problem is you said it about women. You can never question looks, desirability about women ever.
Wow.
Men all day, every day. It's fine. We're not supposed to care. We lose our hair. I started losing my hair in my 30s. People make jokes about it. Now, from then to now, no one ever cared.
Oh, you're lucky you got to keep it through your 30s. My son started balding when he was in his early 20s. And he blamed me incessantly for this because he believed the old wives' tale that it comes from your father's side of the family. But my dad didn't start balding until he was in his, like, probably late 30s or something. Like, it was a lot longer. He totally got that from his dad. His dad started balding, like, in his early 20s. But, okay, you know, we have babies and get droopy skin and shit. Okay.
No one ever shedded a tear. That's how it works. So Don Lemon opened up his mouth. He made comments about women being over there, and Nikki Haley, particularly being that young, or past it, or whatever. And that's the way he put it.
Wow.
not in her prime, and it caused a backlash of epic proportions, so much that he's not on TV right now. He took another day off, and he says he took a day off, but I don't think he took the day off. I think they told him to sit down. No one wants to see you for a while. Go and learn how to talk on TV.
That's right. Sit down, Don.
Learn your place there, Donald.
Oh my God, even.
And of course, when life gives you lemons, go make lemonade.
That's right, Don Lemon.
So that's really where we are. So Don will be back soon, I think.
Yeah,
but it's been a hard track for Don. They took him off his night show, gave him a morning show. He's not a morning.
Well, he didn't, he didn't actually sexually harass anybody in this scenario. He just was incredibly insulting. So yeah, he's just going to be taking a couple days off. He's going to take a couple days off.
Person. Does he strike you as a person with a morning personality? Is Don Lemon sunny? No. He's always just seething and always like down. And he's not a morning guy. You don't want this guy in the morning talking to you. It's always like, I'm Don Lemon. I hate people. I hate things.
Oh, it's even more than that. It's more than that. Have you watched his evening program? He is so fucking over the top dramatic that it's difficult to watch him. It's difficult to watch him because he's so fucking over the top every time he addresses any topic. And so there's no range, right? Because you can't if everything is that goddamn serious all the time, then how do you know when to spike your emotions for a certain topic? Because he makes every topic fucking dramatic. He can't figure out, the range of, okay, this is something I just report straight versus this is something that I need to add cadence to. He can't fucking figure that out.
I'm unhappy. Someone died, I know, and I've been in oh God, I'm just so down. These things are happening to me. I'm Don Lemon, and I'm just I'm not overjoyed about it. I've never felt joy. I'm pessimist. I'm gloomy. He's just gloomy. He's a cloud. He's a walking cloud of frustration. The thing that's so assaulting about this, and we're talking about Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley is one of the fakest politicians out there. And that's hard to be in the sea of fakeness. We got Nikki Haley, who is only interested.
I know, and that's so sad because, he literally just, fucking gave her a talking point about how she's a woman running for president. And she's getting immediately attacked for misogynistic arguments. That's the dumbest ass way to try and come after her. When she has so many policy positions that you can actually attack. And so to be oh, I'm sorry, you're 51, you're past your prime. That's fucking so stupid. That is the dumbest possible way to come after her. The dumbest I can't even with Don Lemon. Oh my God.
Because she has the audacity to be a Republican. But a lot of Indians, a lot of them hate America, social programs. They hate democracy. They come from they're Republicans, okay? They're the type of people that think that everyone should do well like they done, but they only did well because they're in a group of people that have sold out their souls. Right. They're part of that group, the elitists. But because she is a brown person, people sometimes think, oh my God, maybe she has substance. She doesn't. I'm not even upset about what she said about Joe Biden. I think that her comment.
Well, even that, that even doesn't really matter because she's white passing. Let's be real. That doesn't even matter. I think it's great that she has an ethnic background and she's can kind of rise up in that regard. But I think it's unlikely that, first of all, I don't think she's actually running to be president. I think she's running to be VP, assuming that DeSantis wins, right? I don't think anybody thinks that she's actually qualified to lead the nation at this point. She's more qualified than Trump was. I'll grant her that. Because Trump had no fucking experience when the country was yeah, let's have the dude from Celebrity Apprentice lead the nation. Oh my God, even. She's certainly more qualified than Trump was, right? But But other than that, she had that cabinet. I mean, like, I don't know her entire resume. Let's be real. I don't know her entire resume, but I don't think that her ethnicity really is like a major factor in this scenario because she is white passing. Okay?
It's about being over 75. That's not a thing she came up with. She's not creative. She's not a on her feet type of person thinking of creative stuff to say. You're not looking at Wanda Sykes. She's not Lou Nail. She's not coming up with. She's not some more. She's not ad-libbing. This is based off of focus group testing. This is something that you read in comment sections of the internet, all across the internet. People saying, man, these politicians sure are old. They're old. And if you are older,
Oh, stop saying
it's a very
that.
common thing for people to say, maybe it's time to sit down. Get somewhere and sit down. Let someone else take the wheel, pop.
Yeah, but what do you consider
That's not that
older?
rare thing to say.
What do you consider older? What's older?
What gets me upset about it is Nikki Haley's a horrible individual.
Yeah,
She's the same lady who got up there and says, America's not racist. America's not racist. That's her campaign ad. In her campaign ad, Nikki Haley says America's not racist.
Right, okay.
But do you know Nikki's real name?
No.
I'm afraid to even attempt to say it because I'll probably get labeled as hate speech just trying to say her name. I'm going to butcher it so bad.
Oh, God.
The woman that does not believe America is racist was born in South Carolina, but her name is so ethnic you can't even say it. And she can't say it either because she wouldn't have a job if she used it.
Oh, wow. Okay,
But she doesn't think America's racist.
Wait a
But meanwhile, she can't even use her real job.
Be careful. Be careful now. Be careful now. Oh, my God. Where are we going with this?
Her real name on her job. She's Nikki Haley. She was an ambassador. She can't even use her real name and doing her job. That's how racist it is. But she wants you to think America's not racist. She wants to put out a campaign ad saying America's not racist. Meanwhile, you can even call her by her real name.
What is the real
I've been trying
name?
to say it.
Okay. What is that?
Namaratana. Kumalarata Niki Randhara. Nimarata. Nimarata. Nikki Randhara. Nimakana Razabara.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna pull this up because I can't even with that. Let's look this up. All right. Oh yeah, that's my Ralph's order. Okay, hold up. Okay. Nikki Haley. There's got to be like a Wikipedia entry, right? Nimarata Nikki Haley. Let me see the Wikipedia. Nimarat. Okay. Ni Randhawa. Born January 20th, 1972. She's only 2 years older than me, y'all. Okay, she has an ethnic name. She decided to go with Nikki. Whatever. Not a big deal. Let's go.
Okay? She can't use that name in this unracist country that she lives in. You know, it's really frustrating when you come from a people where if people know that you are black, you're like 4 times more likely to get your resume thrown in the garbage. Even when you have the identical qualifications as a white guy named Bill Whitehead. When you put Tim Leroy Washington next to this guy, this white sounding name, Brand Lee Reynolds.
Wow.
Well, then my resume ends up in file 13, which is the garbage can. But instead of Nikki championing for that, or just shutting up and not talking about race at all, she wants to minimize race and make it not a thing and say the Democrats are overblowing it. Yes, the Democrats do overblow it. They do. Doesn't mean it's not a kernel of truth in it. Doesn't mean it's not real. They take black pain and they use it, they exploit it for their own means.
I disagree with you there. I don't think the Democrats are overblowing it at all, because it seems like they're not actually doing enough. I would go the opposite direction from you on that one. It seems like they are not doing enough because they keep trying to appease Republicans by trying to meet them in the middle and give up the very specific needs of specific groups. And so they're like, yeah, these identity politics, maybe they're not that important. I would go the opposite direction with you on that one, Tim.
But Republicans take black pain and deny it exists. That's the game. That's the game. So Don Lemon is championing for Biden, who takes black pain and exploits it, causes a lot of black pain, by the way. Always has. Against Nikki Haley, who takes black pain and ignores it in order to get votes.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. So Don Lemon had to apologize. He put out this tweet saying, look, I stepped all the way in it. I stepped on a pile of white women, and I shouldn't have done that. I stepped on their feelings. And that's not right, because I know a lot of white women that are old.
Was that specifically directed at white women, or was it all women? Because it sounded to me like he was just talking about women in general, which would be everybody, right? Like, it's all of us. It's not just us that look like Karens or whatever. Like, it's everybody, right? Like, every woman falls into this category of we reach our prime before 50 and then we're done, right? Like, I think he was talking about all women, Tim.
Prime, and they're very functional human beings. How dare I say that? I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
I could think it, but I shouldn't have said it.
No.
Or something like that. He said something like that. I wasn't not exactly sure exactly what he said.
Oh my God, even.
You know? It wasn't like, I'm sorry I said it, like I shouldn't have said it. It was like, I was inartful, or what I said wasn't spot on. Stickety, 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 boom, stickety, boom, zickety, bum, 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 bum. Something like that.
Wow. I can't even, dude.
Yeah, so he had to apologize. Is it just me, or is it like obvious that Don Lemon shouldn't be talking about women at all? Because you can't talk about people that you don't sleep with. Yeah, there should be a rule against you criticizing the sex that you won't sleep. You get what I'm saying, right? Like,
I don't know about that necessarily, but they should at least have some level of respect for people that do they consider that about themselves, that they're out of their prime after they reach 50? Like, why would you cast that kind of judgment against anybody? Like, that's so messed up to do. That's so fucking messed up to do. And just because you're not sexually attracted to a particular gender doesn't mean that you have to be particularly microaggressive towards them. What the fuck even? Oh, sorry.
If you don't like women, you shouldn't be able to criticize women about their looks. If you're not a rap fan, you shouldn't be criticizing Kendrick Lamar. I don't like Kendrick's rhymes. So you don't like anybody's rhymes. You don't like rhymes.
Wow.
Tell me, when he said past their prime, he didn't mean looks. Well, what do you mean then? Cognitively, you think someone's cognitively declined past 40?
Wow.
Just basically getting some real sense. Like, a lot of people, there are a lot of dummies. 30, in your 30s, you start really getting an idea, a more clear idea of what life is.
That's when you start
I'm
getting...
not saying everybody under 30 isn't bright. I'm just saying, as you get older, you get wiser. So I don't think he was talking about cohesive thought. I think he was talking about something else when he said prime. That's why it was so, negatively taken, because what else could you be talking about there, Donald? In closing, Don Lemon got what's coming to him. He needs to understand that a lot of white women, a lot of bored, waiting to be upset about something white women who are past it, watch CNN. He has to learn he's past his prime. He's no longer in prime time. He's in morning time. And when he comes on TV, the only women that are home watching him are over 40, over 50. Okay?
No.
Those are the women that are home watching you, Don. You dumbass. So if you would like to keep your job, sir, and lead a critique of women to women and men that like women, like myself. Because I love Nia Long. I think Nia Long is attractive. Okay? She's attractive. It's a lot of over 40 women that are sexy. There are no over 40 women that you think are sexy, Don. So shut up and leave it to us and let the men that like women judge women inappropriately. And you just do what you do, boss, which is judge the fellas.
You're hilarious. Did you literally just say, let the men who love women judge them inappropriately? I can't even with you, Tim. Tim is so much fun. I love you, dude. I can't even. What a weird story. What a weird story.